Hi everybody, it's Dawn from Crafting on the Green. I hope you're well. Today I wanted to show you how to make this massive cracker ready for Christmas that is perfect size to fill with loads of great gifts. So I've made this one here for my friend Claire. I won't tell you what's in it just in case she sees the video, but it's absolutely perfect for her. But I will show you the next video, obviously you can see what I can fit inside it and how to make it. So yeah, you can see on the ends you can't see what's inside, and it's really simple to make, so let me show you. So first of all you need a scoring board, or you can use your trimmer, which you can also score with, and a piece of 12 by 12 card. Now this is great because there's minimal cutting involved. You do need to do some, but we're going to use it the whole sheet of card. So we are going to score first of all at 1.5 inches, then 2 inches, and then 2.5. Then we're going to move to the other end and we're going to do 9.5 and 10 and 10.5 inches. Then we're going to turn it round and we're going to score at 1 3/4 inches, 3.5, 5 1/4, 7, 8 3/4, and 10.5. Just like that. So that for the moment, that's all the scoring that you need to do. And then what we want to do is find my scissors. So we're going to cut little diamond shapes into all of the where the scores cross over. So the easiest way to do this, if you fold it on the middle score line, and then even on this end bit here, we are going to just cut in a little triangle shape. You want it roughly 1/2 inch wide, so you can measure that. It doesn't have to be exact. You can try and find a more exact way to do it if you like, but to be honest, it really doesn't matter. Let's say you do want it about 1/2 inch wide. Also helps if you cut it right. So we're just going up to that point. That needs a bit wider. There we go. So I'm doing this quite roughly. As you see, I'm not really measuring. You can measure every now and again to make sure that you're on track for roughly 1/2 inch. On the end pieces, you just want to cut a part of a triangle. So you'll end up with diamonds like this in between. If some of them look a bit wonky, that's absolutely fine. Just go back in and give it another little bit of a trim. Just like that. Okay? And this one doesn't quite look wide enough, so we'll add a little bit more on there. And then we're going to turn it round and we are going to do the same again on this side. So you'll end up with quite a few bits of confetti, but that's fine. So just keep on with the triangles. And make sure that your scissors are nice and sharp, because remember that you are cutting through 2 pieces of card when you're doing it this way. Okay. All of these diamonds will be hidden when we've got the cracker made, so don't worry if they don't look uniform, or if you think some are wider than others, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so now that we've got all of those bits done, I'm just going to go along and go over the folds. Now you can use a bone folder if you wish, but to be honest, you don't really need to. Missed one. Okay, and then just fold over the ends as well. Now what you want to do is fold over on the third score line, fold back on the second score line, and then fold over again on the first score line. So you end up with a little valley or a zigzag. So again, fold over on the third one down, back on the second, and then over again on the first. Okay, just like that. So you will notice that one of these panels is slightly shorter than all the rest of them. So this is the one we're going to add the glue to. So I'm just going to push that back out again. And what you'll notice is you can just basically fold it over onto itself, and that will help it line up nicely. So I'm just checking to make sure that you can't see any of the flat panel sticking out into the gaps. So that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to grab my glue, and I'm just going to pop it on this end panel, on the large panel, and then on this end panel. So I'm not going to add any glue to the bits in between because frankly you don't need it. So we're just going to fold this over and stick that down. So it should line up really easily. And we'll give that just a moment to stick itself down. Now while that's just drying, you can decide on how you want to design the cracker. You're obviously going to need some Christmas jokes. So got a Christmas joke here. These are ones I found on the internet that you can just print out and then cut out. So love a good Christmas joke. So if there's a particular person you're making it for, have a read through, because you know there might be one that's more suitable than others. I'm going to make this cracker for my nephew, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't watch my YouTube videos, and if he does then it will spoil the surprise for Christmas, but that's fine. So I've got a joke. We've obviously got our cracker. One thing we want to do is make some ends, because when you push down on it like this, you'll see there's still a gap, so everything could either fall out, or they could obviously see in and see what is actually move that over here. They'll actually see what's in it. So all I'm going to do is cut out a circle. So to make sure you've got the right size, just pop your die inside, and then so long as it fits, you know that it's going to fit. So I'm just going to grab my die cutter, wherever I put that to this time. But I love these crackers. This was actually designed by my mum. She asked me to run it through and see how it worked, and it works really well. This die cutter is the small one. Let me get the bigger one. So yes, thanks Mum for the brilliant idea of a huge cracker, because we all love massive crackers at Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to cut out 2 circles. Hopefully we can get 2 out of this piece. I think we can. So the colour I'm using, by the way, for this one is Pacific Point, a lovely blue from Stampin' Up. And for this cracker that I showed you earlier, this was in Bermuda Bay, which is one of my favourite colours. It's such a bright blue, it's lovely. Okay, can we? Yeah, we can. There we go. So this, other than the decoration, is really the only die cutting that you need to do. If you have a hexagonal shape, you can obviously use that as well. I don't, which is why I'm using circles. And that circle is about 2 and 7/8 or so, I reckon. Okay, let's pop that out the way. So now we've got our 2 circles. Now I chose not to stick mine in place. You can if you would like to, but I don't think you need to. So next we need to decide on the ribbon. I probably should have tried to decide that before. I think I'm going to go for green, blue and green, as it's for a boy. I don't want it to be particularly girly, but this is a lovely blue that you could use with a nice ribbon. Like this one would work really nicely for it. This is the metallic edge cotton ribbon, or somewhere I've got, there we go, here's a really nice, this one's called glittered organdy ribbon. So this is like a really nice frosty kind of ribbon, which I think would also go lovely. But as I say, I'm making for, as well as teenage boy, so I think blue and green is going to go perfectly. So I'm going to make a nice bow. So where did I put my scissors? There we go. Nice big bow. This is the green that comes along with the real red. It's garden green, and it comes in a twin pack. So you can end up with loads of ribbon, which is fantastic. So what you don't want to do is pull it too tight. You'll see how it fits together. So that's about as tight as I'm going to pull it. It doesn't matter if there's a couple of little gaps in there. And then we'll just tie a nice big bow. There we go. Trim that off at an angle slightly. There we go. So that's one side done. So now we want to fill it. So I'm going to take a blue circle and I'm just going to pop it right into the bottom. There we go. No, that's trying to pop itself out. There we go. So that's just to cover the bottom of it. As I say, if you want to, you can stick it down, but personally I think it's just going to get a bit messy. So next comes the fun part of what you want to put in. So I've got a little bag of Lego here, and obviously we need the Christmas joke. So I think that's going to fit quite nicely. I'll slot this in there as well. Ah, perfect, look, absolutely perfect. So we'll just squish that down. But what we do need to do is put in some chocolate, because Christmas is not complete without a bit of chocolate. So pop in a couple of those as well. So you can get a fair old bit in here. Then I'm going to lay the next circle on top. I'm not going to worry about sticking it again, because it's not going to fall out. It's just to kind of make sure nothing else falls out, and so that it doesn't spoil the surprise. So let me get another big bit of ribbon and cut that off. And then we'll find where I did the other ribbons. We want them to be in roughly the same place. Pull that tightly, but not too tight, because you don't want to risk ripping it. There we go. Nice big ribbon. It's already got the nice ends on it. So as you can see, that's not really going anywhere now. Everything's in there. So now it's time to decorate. And what I want to do, I don't know if you remember, you can get the robot kit. So this is the robot kit. I've used some of it, but you get the stamps in here. You've got enough to make all these wonderful cards, which are really cute. But I thought I would use some of the stickers from the kit to try and decorate. Hopefully. I'm not sure entirely how it's going to fit, but we're going to have to see. So these are the stickers that you get in the kit. So I've got a lovely speech bubble one here, which I thought I might manage to get his name on. We might have to put this onto some card and then cut it out though, because I think they might be a bit big. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. So it's all about being resourceful. So I know I want it to be robots. So I'm just going to get a piece of card. I'm going to get my tweezers, because I find it easier to do tweezers with stickers and things. So I think I'm going to go for this one here, and he really likes orange, my nephew, so I'm going for a big orange robot, just like that. And what I might also do is stick some of these long things and all the decorations around the crackers. But first of all, let's cut him out. I know this adds a little bit extra onto it, but I don't mind. It's the good thing is as well, because of the stickers, you can cut right up to the edge of the sticker, which helps to guide you, because there's already a white space around it, so it's quite helpful. It's getting a bit big now. Yeah, I really like these crackers. They are quite good for size. I think I'll be making a lot of them this year for friends and family. You can get toiletries in there, loads of chocolates, toys. So especially if you've got a bag of Lego or something, that's absolutely perfect. You could maybe even get a small Lego kit and take it out the box and pop the instructions and the pieces inside the cracker. I think that would be quite nice. But yeah, just a fantastic little gift. Right, nearly done. Oh. There we go. Let's move that over there. So now I've got a big old robot, which I think is fantastic. And it's going to have to wonder if this one will fit any better. It doesn't quite fit very well, but that's fine. We can play with that. Okay, so I definitely want him on there. What I've got as well, I could do a tag, that's like I did for the other cracker. In fact, I think I might do that instead of using one of the things. They don't quite fit, which is fine. You know, we're going to have things that don't quite fit. So I need my die cutter again. And I've got a scrap of card somewhere. Always got scraps of card. And I've got a label already, a tag. Let's actually pop that on there. Oh yeah, I'm missing a plate. So this tag is from the Tailor-Made Tags dies. Probably my most used die set, I think, at the moment, especially with Christmas coming. Forever need to get lots of tags, and these just make it so easy. So highly recommend that if you don't have it. So there we go. Even punches the hole for you. So okay, so on the previous cracker, I got this stamp that says "You've been good this year mostly," and that's, if I can reach it, from the North Pole Mischief stamp set. Actually seems quite fitting for my nephew. So colour, we need orange. I think it's got to be orange. Can I spot it? No. Okay, I'm going to go for a really bright Mango Melody. It's kind of a yellowy orange. Because for some reason I can't spot Pumpkin Pie. Oh, I did that earlier. Terrible today with the ink. Keep dropping the end of the block in there. So, oh, actually, that's what I did earlier. I did do some colour, but I did the colour on the name. So I'm going to take that back off, and I'm going to do that in black, and then we'll do the name in Mango Melody. So I'm just going to make sure, yeah, that's clean. So definitely good for a teenage boy. You've been good this year mostly. I think he has been a good lad. He usually is. He's 14 at the moment, so I think this will be perfect for him. So what I'm going to do now, I've got the Alpha Best set, and I'm going to get another block. And I'm just going to type out his name with all the characters. You can see where I used Claire's because I used pink, and as you know, that stains. So, and they're all little letters, but I think that's fine. Don't think you need any capitals really. So what I'm doing, I'm using the bottom of my mat to roughly line it up. Now I'm not worried about it being perfectly straight, because there's not enough time to worry about things like that. But I think it really adds to the cuteness of it if it's not perfectly straight. So I'm just trying to get them as close as I can without them getting too caught up. Right, so his name is Toby. So if you want to see what it's going to look like, just grab a scrap piece of paper and then just stamp it off. So I'm quite happy with that. So we'll bring in our tag, got our Mango Melody, and we'll just pop that somewhere in the middle, just like that. But I think it's a very cute way of doing tags. I mean, it takes a little bit longer if you're spelling out everybody's name, but isn't it cute? And that tag fits perfectly as well on the cracker. So yeah, I quite like that. Just hope he doesn't get too squished on his journey. So I'm going to stick those down, if I can find what I did with my glue again. And obviously, as I say, this is your time to embellish how you want to. I'm hopefully just giving you an idea. It obviously doesn't have to be anything like what I've done. But because I'm personalising everything now, it had to be an orange robot. And obviously it's got his name on it. So, to finish this off, I can add some robot-y bits. So I get my tweezers again. So we could give him a bow tie. That might be quite cute. I'm going to go with a green bow tie because that will match our ribbon. And then obviously we've got some cogs and things. So an orange cog. And obviously you can choose to decorate all the sides. If you want to cut out some DSP to cover each of the panels around, you can cut it to 6 3/4 by 1.5 inches, and that will give you about 1/8 of an inch gap on either side. So let's see. I think I'm actually quite happy with just adding those two little bits on. So there we go. There's our cracker. It's personalised. You can, fill it with loads of stuff. It's quite sturdy. This one weighs a lot more than this one, but I think they look quite fab. And I can't wait to be giving these out to people instead of just wrapping them in wrapping paper this year. So anyway, thanks to Mum for giving me the design for these, and I really hope you try it. Let me know how you get on. I'd love to see some pictures if you do. Yeah, thanks very much for watching as usual. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.